Hi, I'm Lucy, Chardonnay and vintage finds lover, founder of handmade jewelry brand Belle Manili, and your new guide to making your business bloom online. Most makers have a certain amount of clutter that they need in order to feel comfortable in their space. Organization of your workspace is a very personal thing. Some people like to have all of their goodies out on display, while others prefer to have theirs tucked away neatly when their making time is done. Digital organization, though, that is a whole other ball of wax. Product photos, booth shots, show apps, PDFs, the list goes on and on. If you don't have a system for organizing these digital assets, you will soon find yourself wasting precious time searching around for them, or even worse, recreating them. There are a few simple steps that you can take now, though, that will get your digital workspace clean, clear, and ready to work. As a bonus, you'll be amazed at how great you feel when everything is organized. It's like we get more creative when our minds don't have to worry about where to find things anymore. So I'm going to give you 3 basic things that you can do today. Step number 1, creating systems. Basically, you are going to create standard ways of doing things and then document how you do that. That could be as simple as typing out what you're doing, either in a Google Doc or a Word doc, or maybe recording a Loom video and just talking through your process for how you make something. You want to have a system for things like how you create your social media posts, maybe how you make a product that you create all the time, how you name your files and photos, and where you store different kinds of files and photos. If you have a standard system for all of those things, the more you do them, the easier it will become. The purpose of these systems is to create a streamlined process in your business. Whether your goal is to scale or to stay a one-person show, having these systems in place is really going to make a difference to you and your business. Step number 2, you're going to choose a storage system for your files. Nowadays, cloud-based storage makes it easier than ever for you to access all of your files, folders, and images no matter where you are. The 2 storage systems that I use and recommend are Dropbox and Google Drive. They both have their merits. I personally use Dropbox for things like videos, graphics, and downloads from courses that I take, whereas Google Drive is where I create and store documents and files that need to be shared, such as downloads that I share with my students in my course. Both Dropbox and Google Drive have free and paid versions, so my recommendation for you is to test them both out and see which one you prefer. It really is just a matter of personal preference. Step number 3, organize your files. Once you have your file naming system set and your storage site chosen, you can start organizing your files. I like to have folders for branding, education, email marketing and my customer list backup, business organization forms, product photos, shows, and I organize these folders by year, social media, taxes, and my website. Now, if this is new to you, you do not have to stop and rename all the files and documents. If you just get the folders set up, you can sort all of your existing documents and files in there. That way you'll be able to find them in the future. It is worth taking the time to go ahead and do this, even if you do it little by little. You're going to find a lot of excess information, such as duplicate photos, old files and documents you don't need, that you can just clear away and get it off of your workspace altogether. Name files and folders according to what makes sense to you. When you're naming your product photos, for example, you do want to make sure that you include your business name in there for SEO purposes. But whenever you're organizing files just for your personal use, you want to make sure that you're using a naming convention and a sorting system that you're going to be able to remember and use, so that when it's time for you to go and access these documents or photos or videos or whatever you're sorting, that you're going to remember how to go and find them, because that's really the most important part. One final tip. Your digital work environment is ever changing. This is not a set it and forget it deal. It's going to take time and practice to get into a routine. What seems like a lot of tedious work right now will quickly become second nature. Your future you is going to thank today you for taking the time to figure this out. Once you get into it, you're going to find it's energizing. It doesn't take nearly as long as you think it will. And in the end, you are going to feel so productive and so on task. Thanks so much for listening. Good luck with your organization, and I'll see you in the next video.